All right, y'all, welcome back. Look at me, like knowing when the beginning and the ending of the videos are. So we are headed to Costco. I think we're at the post office right now. Yeah, we are going to Costco. We're about to do a grocery haul. My other video is literally uploading right now. But let me tell you guys, I am so hungry. I am so hungry. I ate like 20 minutes before we left, and I already feel like I need to eat again. And I do not know why people do this. And I'm not talking about bodybuilding. I'm talking about dieting in general. Like, obviously, if we're bodybuilding, we diet for a very specific purpose, right? Like, it's for the sport. I just can't imagine, because I have focus meetings, like I have all these members that I talk to about their diet. Like, I'm like, you really like eating 1,200 calories a day? Like, it's actually wild because a lot of people that eat that little bit of food, because they've been eating that little bit of food for years, like 12 to 1,500 calories, which is not a lot. That's like how much I'm eating, well, 15 to 2,000-ish. But I'm like, when I start getting them to eat more food, suddenly they're like, wow, I feel so much stronger in the gym. I'm like, that's actually how you're supposed to feel. You have been running on fumes for so long that you thought it was normal. Like, it's like, for me, honestly, for sleep, like, obviously Reagan's only 3. She sleeps pretty well. Oh, you're 5 now? Okay. She sleeps pretty well. But I remember, like, when she was a baby and, we were nursing all night and I'm not getting a lot of sleep, like, that became my standard. And when I started getting more sleep, I'm like, this is actually how I like to feel. And to be honest, I still am running at a below average amount of sleep, because I remember a few months ago getting, like, a lot of sleep. And I came into the gym the next morning and I was like, I wish that I felt like this all the time. Like, this actually is supposed to be normal and I am not there. So anyway, all that to say, I'm starving. And I can't believe people do this for fun. Well, I guess I do it for fun. I can't believe people do this so that they can lose the last 5 pounds. Like, that 5 pounds ain't worth it. It is not worth this feeling. And I'm going to elaborate a little bit, because there are people who look like me. I'm in, like, currently right now, like, low 20s body fat percentage. I have clients who are in the mid to low 20s body fat percentage who are like, oh, I just want to get a little bit more lean. I'm like, you're willing to, like, feel miserable to be under 20% body fat? Like, it's actually crazy to me that people, like, I wish that there was more talk, and I think there is now. Like, I think we are getting there, but I just wish there was more, I would say more like normalization of not needing to live in a state of super lean, right? Like, I already went on my rant about bodybuilders specifically, but I mean just in general. I think, like, I have so many clients that are so strong, so fit, like high levels of cardio, really strong, like, and again, mid 20s body fat percentage, that are like, oh, I just want to be a little bit more lean. And I'm like, is it worth the sacrifice of, like, your lifestyle? Because I've heard people talk about this. I know I've talked about it. It's like, you have to figure out, like, what lifestyle you want to live. How do you want to operate in your life? And that is actually what your dream body is. Because a lot of people say they want my arms, right? Especially when we're getting peeled, right? We all know, competitors all know, when we're getting lean, people are like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, like, what are you eating? It doesn't matter. You're not going to do it. You are not going to get on the Stairmaster for 2 hours a day. You are not going to weigh. I could barely get you to write down a journal of food, let alone weighing every single thing that goes into your mouth. Like, but there are people who really are like, yeah, I'm willing to suffer that much more in my normal life just so I can be, like, a little bit more lean. Like, I am very well aware that the lifestyle we live as bodybuilders is a bodybuilding lifestyle. In my regular life, and I've talked about this before too, so I'm not going to, like, totally talk about it, but, like, in my regular life, I'm not trying to be using a food scale. Like, sorry, like, I do not want to be a slave to my body composition when I am not in a bodybuilding season. So, like, it's crazy to me that people who are not bodybuilders, who are just regular people, like, wouldn't want to just, like, be a little bit more mindful, right? Like, at some point you do have to learn. So yeah, you do have to start tracking, you do have to start weighing, like, but at some point you should be able to, like, take the training wheels off and just figure out how to live your life, like, at, like, okay, I like the way that I feel, and I like the way that my life is, I like the way that I operate, I like that I can show up at anniversaries and birthday parties and stuff like that. And I'm also content with what that means my body looks like. Because again, I just think a lot of people want a bodybuilder's body without a bodybuilder's lifestyle. And the craziest thing to me is that there are people willing to live a bodybuilder's lifestyle who are just regular ass people. I'm like, you don't, why? Anyway, that's am I going to start every episode with a rant now? Is this like my new thing? Andrea's rants? I don't know. We're going to find out.
Yes, I did see it. I want to see too.
This one got flowers on it.
She wants them all. Anyway,
Flowers on it.
what do we have so far? Sweet potatoes, chicken, beef, spring mix. Yeah, right. We're not getting it, Reagan.
Icing on my.
Ruben's toxic trait is not putting anything he needs on the list and just buying whatever he feels like buying.
Are we gonna go organic?
Absolutely not.
Or not?
Absolutely not. You guys, I don't care how rich I am. I'm gonna pinch a penny. This is giving me anxiety that this is not on our list. I'm a list maker. I want to know before we walk in what we are getting, so that we do not do what Ruben is doing and what everybody does at Costco. Start walking around and shopping with their hearts and not with their budgets. Ruben said, "Oh, I just need some beef." Sir, where did the flautas come from?
Back up. Yep, good job. Keep
This
walking.
is 25 pounds. Wow, you're so strong. Okay, Daddy will pick it up.
Put it in the bottom right there.
And of course, Reagan begged for pizza and ice cream, and it wouldn't be Costco. It wouldn't be Costco without pizza and ice cream. Okay, first taste of the Kool-Aid flavor tropical punch. I think this just became my new favorite one. Oh my gosh. Rise has cracked the code. I don't even know if this gives me more energy, but this gives me the warm and fuzzies. And this is delicious. You need this one. Calling all black people. I mean, did white people drink? White followers. Patty, Cass, Karina, Allison. Listen. Did y'all drink Kool-Aid growing up? I need to know. Somebody needs to try this and get back to me. This tastes just like Kool-Aid. This is incredible. Okay, I have one more set of Bulgarian split squats, and that's how y'all know I'm serious. I'm serious because I'm doing Bulgarian split squats, because those are like a hard no for me. I despise Bulgarian split squats. However, I need to build some bulletproof legs, and I happen to know that Bulgarian split squats are a really, really, really great effective exercise, not only for building muscle, but for me specifically, for like helping me with my hip and knee and ankle mobility. So I didn't go super heavy. I had 20-pound dumbbells, but like I was like Andrea, range of motion over everything. So I'll put the video here just so you guys can see them, because I do actually feel really good about how they look. They were hard. They weren't exactly... I know that I could have gone heavier or done more reps, but again, I'm like focusing right now on just getting like perfect mechanics, because I don't do these often. And then in coming weeks, I'll go heavier. But yes, Operation Bulletproof Legs. One, because my legs are my genetic strong point. Like on stage, I'm one of the people who always has lines in my legs, even when I'm out of condition. But also for athlete games, there's a lot of lunges, there's a lot of jump lunges. So I want to make sure that on those exercises, I have the muscular endurance, strength and endurance to get through those exercises without getting slowed down. Okay, so I'm home. Leg day was so lit. Leg day was lit. That was the best leg day I've had. Sorry. Best leg day I have had, in a long time, in like my most recent memory. I had a lot of energy. Like, weather was good. Music was good. Like, that energy drink was popping. And even though I didn't have any pre-workout carbs, I wanted to save them all for after I worked out. I still felt really good. And I was able to dig. I think I had mentioned, like, it's hard for me. Yes, I did mention when I trained with Ruben, I said it's hard for me sometimes to just like shut everything off and like really like focus during my workout. But I was able to do that today. Like, so I feel really good. Again, like, diet's been really good. I was a little behind my water yesterday. So I don't think that I finished all 3 of my little things. I don't think I finished my water yesterday. Can you guys hear Ruben? He's doing a posing session right now. But it was lit. Like, and how I had mentioned in my other one that Ruben was like, you're going to be like, you don't need to worry about, like, in 4 weeks, you're going to feel good. And then he posted like 14 weeks out, she'll be ready in 10. Like, his confidence is rubbing off on me. And it's good because you guys know I've been like worried. And now I feel like his confidence with the combination of my like revelation that I had, I just feel like we're rolling. So I am super excited. Plus I am competing in athlete games. I don't know how much I talked about it. Like, I know I told you guys what it was and that I was like doing the workouts, but I've never competed in this. I always have a conflict. This year I actually still had a conflict, but I messaged the coach and was like, hey, I have something going on that day. Like, is it possible to change our dates? And today she just emailed me back and said yes. So I am like officially signing up for athlete games. So not only am I training for this bodybuilding show, but I'm also training for athlete games, which I think will give me like, it's giving me a little bit more edge, because one thing that I love about fitness, compared to the other divisions, because I did figure for like a day and a half. What I don't like about competing in figure, what I didn't like about competing in figure, and what I do like about competing in fitness, and what I like about powerlifting is that the results are tangible and you can't fake them, right? I talked about like on social media, I'm like, hey, when you get on stage, the truth is going to come out. We will all know what you really did during your prep when you get on stage. And I think like training for athlete games, like I have these workouts that I have to do. I have to do the workout. And the goal is to beat my time every time I do it. So it's like, I can't fake that. I have to train for that. I can't, oops, there's my earbuds. I can't there's just a certain level of intensity that I have to have. There's certain training that I have to have. It's very similar to my routine. You cannot fake your routine. You have to do these things if you want to get better. And so I think just the combination of training for athlete games, with prep, even though athlete games is like a month after my show, so I'll be able to like also be fed a little bit more. I just think the combo of the two is really going to light my prep on fire. So I'm super excited, like I said, because I was already like locked in, mentally with my prep, but it's just adding another layer. And today was my first day training since I obviously found out that I could do athlete games this morning. And I'm lit. Like, if I can keep this rolling, obviously I'm not going to have great days every day, but like if I can keep this optimism, then we're going to be a problem for everybody. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Let the record show there was no eclipse. I mean, I'm sure there was an eclipse, obviously. I'm just saying, like, where we live, I don't, like, there was nothing really to write home about. It just looked like fire weather to me. And if you live in Southern California, you know what I mean by fire weather. It's like the sun is out. It's not cloudy, but it still feels hazy. It's really weird. Like, it wasn't super bright, like blue sky sunshine, but I don't know. It's fire weather is what it looked like. I have high intensity cardio at Burn. Then I have some work to do. I still have not finished all of my work. I have a lot of work. We have these events coming up, and I just have a lot of like administrative work to do for them, but I just haven't sat down for like what's going to take 2 hours to do it. I have not sat down to do it. So y'all keep hearing me say, I have some work to do, It's the same work. I just like keep chipping away at it piece by piece. I need to just get it done. Let's see. I guess that's really it for now. I'm very nervous for this workout because my legs are really tired, and I also did not eat. Well, I mean, I ate after leg day, right? But I'm not eating anything to fuel this workout. And I'm also not taking caffeine because I've already had I only drink caffeine twice a day. It's usually a coffee once and an energy drink once, and I've already done both of those today. I did pack a post-workout. This looks disgusting, but it's frozen strawberries and a scoop of Dynamic Pursuit strawberry shortcake whey. I do have a discount code for Dynamic Pursuit. It's Kristen Pope's supplement company. So if you are into that, check out the link. You know what it is. I use a lot of different supplements. I'm not really loyal to any singular brand of anything, except apparently Rise is like my new diehard energy drink. But I like some variety, some razzle dazzle. So Dynamic Pursuit, I really like her whey because it dissolves really nicely. There's never clumps in Dynamic Pursuit. Like, you can tell even when you scoop it, you're like, oh, this is like, it just has a different texture. And plus I just like strawberry in general. That's like my favorite flavor of protein. So anyway, this is a really good one. I just mix it with water. Dynamic Pursuit, strawberry shortcake whey with frozen strawberries. I also like to do, now I'm sidebarring, letting y'all know every single recipe that I like to use. I also like to do Legion Legion banana nut bread whey with frozen strawberries. Oh my gosh, it's to die for. Honestly, the Legion, I keep saying strawberry, the Legion banana nut bread is good with water, and that's literally the only protein I will drink with just straight water and actually enjoy it. Do not have a discount code for them, but lots of influencers do, so I'm sure you can find it if you look for it. But yeah, I'm just a little bit nervous to be doing this workout fasted when I'm already tired. I mean, I guess it's considered fasted. I ate like 3 hours ago. But I just know that I'm going to want to eat at least 2 more times today, one of them being a shake, and I just don't want to do this workout and only have 1 more meal left of the day. So I'm just trying to be strategic about that. So, good morning, everybody. Scale's about to piss me off. Truly. Like, obviously, the scale has not been moving very much, and I've been like, well, you know, but it's okay. Like, as long as your body's changing, like, it's not a big deal. First off, I got to take check-ins again. I need to get in a suit to really see if my body's changing. But here's the thing. There are 0 worlds in which me at 150 is even close. That is 20 pounds off. This is not a 5-pound difference anymore, guys. Like, again, by this time last year, I was under 140. Under 140. I'm literally over 10 pounds behind. And it's not muscle. I can guarantee you that it's not muscle. So I don't, like, I'm getting that. So I do start my period in 3 days. I did lift heavy. You know, I told you guys, like day was lit, whatever. So that could be why maybe I'm retaining some water right now. But again, like 149, like the scale literally went up. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like in 2 weeks, I think maybe 3, you're telling me I've lost 3 pounds. It's one thing if I've already lost 10 pounds and now, you know, it's starting to slow down. Guys, I haven't even started losing weight yet since I've started prep, literally. Like, yes, I had Easter, but other than that, like, so I had Easter, and then I've had like those, I was estimating but not really killing it. But I mean, in a week of being spot on, my weight has not changed at all. Like, that's irritating me. So on my last week's check-ins, I told Ruben, like, dude, we gotta do something else. I just watched this video that Aurelia sent me, basically talking about like how people don't suffer anymore. Basically saying like a lot of people want to come in bigger versus just coming in straight peels, like, because they don't want to sacrifice their muscle. So they're like, okay, I'd rather like stay a little bit fuller, whatever. And this guy was just saying like, nope, not me. Like, I would rather lose that pound or 2 of muscle and just straight be nasty inside out peeled. And that's where I am. I'm like, look, I know that I'm already not one of the muscular people. So maybe we feel like I don't have room to sacrifice muscle, but I cannot get on stage still fat. I will not win if I'm 5th in physique. So I'm going to keep going. Obviously, like, quitting is not going to make it go any faster, that's for sure. So I'm going to keep going. But after my period, if I'm not at least close, like, I got to be under 145, like, realistically. Like, if I'm not under 145 in the next 7 to 10 days, then we have to do something. Like, the 2,000 calories is not working. Like, my body is not in a place where I can have a 100 calorie deficit, a 200 calorie deficit. I need a 600, I need a 1,000 calorie deficit at this point. And I know it probably sounds like I'm being dramatic and emotional, but that's what the numbers are saying. If my stage weight is 129, 130, and I am 150, I still have 20 pounds to lose. 20 pounds. I need to cut it somewhere. So I completely forgot to come back to film anything. So trained this morning, had my leadership meeting, came home, was just folding and stuff, and we're just in a season with Reagan. I had already mentioned like what I think a big part of it is just like the devices, and me and Ruben actually talked about that today. Like, we're both on our phones, and then she's bored, and then that's why she gets into something, and then we yell, and then because we yell. That's why she deals with her frustrations that way, because that's how we've demonstrated that we deal with our frustrations. So we're just like trying to work through that. It's like, it's really hard. I'm about to cry in the gym in public. It's really hard because I don't want to mess her up. Like, I don't want Reagan to have this heal from her childhood because me and Ruben can't, like, stop screaming at her for being a 3-year-old. I just feel so bad when we have to yell, but, like, I don't know. Anyway, it's just been a long day. Came to lift. Like, I actually just had a really good workout. I was on my last set, and the lady came out and was like, hey, Reagan just woke up. She's crying for you, because she was asleep when we got here. She just woke up. She's crying for you. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go get her. Like, I'll just go get her. And I still have to do cardio today, but I'll just do it. I'll just get on the treadmill at home. Honestly, like, we used to do that all the time when she was a baby. So I'm like, you know what? You want to come in the garage with me and sit on top of the treadmill and, like, while I walk, like, we'll do that. I do feel better. I weighed myself in the middle of the day, and I was the same weight as I was this morning. So that tells me that my digestion is working properly. I also went to the bathroom, because that's another thing. I mean, if you've been following my prep vlogs, you know that my digestion is not right. So, like, Ruben goes to the bathroom every morning. He's probably like, girl, why are you telling my business? Goes to the bathroom every morning. I do not go in the morning. So when I get on the scale, that includes everything. So I usually don't go to the bathroom until after I've had coffee and eaten a meal. So it's like tricky, because then I go to the bathroom and I get on the scale, but my weight hasn't changed because I also haven't eaten. So anyway, all that to say, I got on the scale in the middle of the day, and I hadn't gained weight yet, which is good considering I had eaten. So I'm hoping that, I still have one more meal after this. I'm hoping that tomorrow I wake up a little lighter, because your girl is frustrated with the scale. But I did also have some good heart-to-heart, not really full heart-to-hearts, but me and Aurelia both just expressed frustration today, just like super frustrated with the scale. And then a friend of mine, another fitness friend of mine, Cerise, she was like, I had a bad practice today, and I'm just like, look, we only have to be good on the day of the show. Like, I feel you. I don't like the way that I look, but I don't need to look good today. I need to look good on stage, and you don't need to have a good routine until you're on stage. Obviously, both of us want to look better and have a good routine before that, but, you know, the point is that, like, we don't have to be stressed out today because of one day. So, I don't know. I'm just going to go get Reagan from childcare, kids club, and go home and finish cardio. Okay, so I made it. This thing is so janky. We moved this treadmill across the country, and this is my first time on it since we moved to California, so in over a year. Ruben's only been on it twice, I think. Like, we just unfolded this. Like, you know how, I don't know if you guys know, but like home treadmills, like, go up kind of like Murphy beds. We just brought it down for the first time since we moved here. And now I'm walking on it, and, like, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's not right. I was gonna maybe run, but I think I'm just gonna walk today. Reagan is in that car watching her iPad. Door is open, only one earbud in, just in case something happens, even though she told me to close the door because she didn't want to hear me. I said, girl, if you don't, sit down. So anyway, because of this commotion, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking here. This is the last thing I got. I came home, ate. Now we just have the treadmill, and then we get ready to go to bed. And if I can deal with it, I actually feel like I might always do the treadmill last thing of the day. I don't know. I feel like I'd rather do this than sit in there, try not to eat. And I also think maybe it'll help me with my digestion problem. Like, instead of my last meal of the day, like, just sitting in there and, like, move something around. I don't know. We're going to see. But I'm going to get walking a little bit faster. And I'm going to watch Aurelia's video. And we're going to shower in bed. So I just finished cardio. I only did 30 minutes just because we're trying to get Reagan into bed earlier. We're just, like, trying to actually have her have a bedtime and not just stay up all night with us. So it was, like, getting close to that 8:30 mark. So I was like, I gotta get off the treadmill. I will do some more tomorrow. But I just got on the scale. I meant to weigh myself before I took my creatine, because I take my creatine with, like, a full glass of water. Which I guess I could just, like, subtract half a pound, right? Like, but I meant to weigh myself before I took my creatine, but I didn't. So weighed myself, and I was like 152.6, which I'm like, you know, that's not that big of a deal because I obviously ate dinner. and had that creatine, but I'm also like, the chances of me waking up like more than 3 pounds lighter are pretty low. So I'm already mentally preparing to be 149 point something again tomorrow. So we'll see. Good morning, everybody. This lighting is actually about to change because I'm backing out of the driveway and the light's gonna go away. So it's gonna be a podcast. Woke up 149 again this morning, and I already knew, like I said that last night, like I'm mentally prepared for this to be 149 again because I'm not gonna lose 5 pounds overnight. So it was 149.0 at least instead of 149.9. And of course, like, I ate dinner, haven't gone to the bathroom, so my body might look different. I don't know. I like pose in the morning, every morning, like a very unserious pose, like go to the bathroom, like brush my teeth, and stand in front of the mirror in my sports bra posing for literally less than 60 seconds. Like I don't have a posing practice, but obviously I'm just like in a different life season, so schedules are different, whatever. But it's crazy to me that in my Olympia prep, I was hitting 2 hours of cardio a day, every day. I'm like, how did I have time for 2 hours of cardio? And like, I don't even, like, I'm literally trying to think about in my life right now where I would fit 2 hours of cardio every single day. Like, that's not a thing. I mean, I guess maybe if I never did burn boot camp and only did the treadmill, I guess I could squeeze it out because I wouldn't have to work around the burn boot camp schedule. I could just do it whenever I had time. But I'm just like, damn, how did I fit 2 hours of cardio in every single day? I literally did an hour in the morning, an hour at night every single day for weeks in my Olympia prep because your girl was not in shape. Anyway, that's it. So in the spirit of my video this morning saying, how did I fit 2 hours of cardio a day? Oh, maybe it's because I wasn't doing boot camp. I was just getting on the treadmill, whatever. That's what I'm doing today. I was like, I don't have time to wait until 8:30 to start boot camp. I need to be done with cardio by 8:30. So instead of doing boot camp by myself, which I could have done, you know, like video on demand, burn on demand, I was like, nope, me and the stairs. So I am about 20 minutes in. I'm going to do 45 minutes right now. Then Reagan has gymnastics today. After gymnastics, I'll come back to Powerhouse, work some skills, and then get on the treadmill probably for like another 20 minutes. And then I train tonight. No lifting today. Day off. Hopefully tomorrow I recoup. Oh, and tomorrow's my off day. So no skills, only a little bit of cardio. So hopefully by Friday, my soreness is gone, my inflammation is gone, and I have a fire check-in. Okay, we are back at Powerhouse. I'm just filling up my water bottle. Let's see, I got skills. Yoga ended like 20 minutes ago, so hopefully nobody's in there still chit-chatting. It has to be a quick one today. I have like an hour and 15 until I have a call. I have a call at 1, so I gotta be done by then. Then I'm gonna go home and eat. I'm so hungry. I was hungry. I ate right before I took Reagan to gymnastics, and then I was already hungry, like by the time gymnastics started. So I'm very hungry, but just have to deal with it, right? Also, I just walked into this room. It is so hot. Yoga was over 20 minutes ago. There's a fan on, but it feels like the heater is still on because it's hot yoga. Okay, I'm about to try something. There's a good chance that I get injured right now. We're gonna see what happens. Okay, skills practice was lit. Like, it was really good. I hit all of my skills, not only like a lot of times, but also nicely. Like, they looked good, they felt good, they were clean, my toes were pointed. I had a lot of those. And I think that I figured out the choreography of one last part that I've been like kind of messing with. I think I figured it out. Now, I will not know if it's figured out until I go to Burn Boot Camp. Oh my gosh, it is so bright. Sorry guys, I'm so distracted by how bright it is. Like I can't even think straight. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna come back to it being bright. I think it will work. I have to go to Burn Boot Camp so that I can actually do it full out, because I don't do a lot of my skills completely full out on the hardwood floor at Powerhouse because it's hard on my body. But I marked it and I think it's going to time out. If it does, amazing, because then I can start running sections and then I can get full out really soon. So that was really good. Now I just need the body to do something. Okay, my sidebar of why I am so distracted by how bright it is. I obviously have sunglasses on like pretty much every time I talk in my car and it's daylight. A little known fact about me is that I had surgery on my eye like, I don't know, 8 years ago. I don't know where your bracelet is, Reagan. I can't reach it. Like 8 years ago, I had like a growth, basically. It's like a tissue growth that was growing like onto my eye, and I had it surgically removed. But I'm like super sensitive to light. My eyes are just in general very sensitive to like cold temps, to dry air, to sunlight. Like they're sensitive, and that's why I always have sunglasses on, and that's why I can't even think straight when I'm in this car without sunglasses. Y'all, I'm lit. I'm lit. About to put Reagan in bed. I just knew I was about to get on scale. I just knew I was going to be like 155, because I just ate, and then I had like 2 large glasses of lemonade. Me and Reagan are both on this lemon thing. We were out there in the dark with a flashlight picking lemons off the tree so we could make lemonade. So I had 2 like mason jars of lemonade, diet lemonade. And then I had like my 4 ounces, whatever, of creatine. I just knew, and my stomach feels full because again, I just had a lot of liquid and I just finished eating. And I was like, I'm gonna get on the scale. It's gonna say 154. It's fine. It's the end of the day. You just ate. You just had all this liquid. It's fine. Y'all, I just got on the scale and it was 150.4. And I know bodybuilders understand what that means. But for like the non-bodybuilders who don't understand what that means, the fact that I am barely a pound heavier right now than I was this morning, that means tomorrow I'm going to hit a low. And I need it. I need it, especially because this scale thing, this weight has been bothering me. 2, I'm just PMSing in general. So I've been emotional. There's just like a lot going on, like nothing like majorly bad. There's just a lot going on right now, and I'm PMSing. So I'm being emotional. I know that I'm holding water weight because I'm PMSing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I'm just so happy because y'all, I was milliseconds from going to Crumble today and getting that cinnamon scone cookie. I was milliseconds. I got in my car. I had opened up the app to pre-order for curbside, and then I thought of Aurelia, and I'm like, is this operating in your excellence? Like, is this what it requires? Is this what your excellence requires? Is this what coming to your best requires? And first off, these things never hit the way they're supposed to hit anyway. Like, nothing I've ever had off my plan, and now I'm going off on a sidebar, obviously, but this is really going to be it. Nothing I've ever had off my plan, not ever, but most of the things that you have off of your plan never really hit like that anyway. Like, I've never had something, or again, I'm saying never, but like, I just can't think of the last thing that I've had off my plan that I was like, yes, like that was truly worth it in that moment. Like brunch, this prep, but I mean like during my last prep, if I think about like how I behaved between Chattanooga and Ben Weeder, I'm like, I would have survived that 3 weeks without any of those things. Like, we went to Costco the other day. Reagan got pizza, and I really wanted it because your girl loves some Costco pizza. But we also haven't had a Costco membership. Like, our membership expired, and we like never renewed it because we were off season. Like, we didn't care. We didn't need like bulk protein. And I'm like, Andrea, you have gone 6 months without even thinking about Costco pizza. Like, you don't need it. Like, and so Reagan's eating pizza, and I was just like, Andrea, you literally don't need it. Like, you have not even thought about Costco pizza. You do not care that much. And that's just what I had to tell myself. Like, it's not that, like, it's not good. Like, you didn't want this stuff when you've had this entire off season And you didn't get any of this stuff? Oh, I got a lot of cookies during my off season. But that's what I like. That's what I like to tell myself is like, when's the last time you even wanted this thing? Like, do you really want it that bad? Like, you've been living your life the last 7 months and 6 months never wanted Costco pizza. Like, surely you're going to survive another 3 months without it. So anyway, I'm lit. Hopefully tomorrow the numbers number the way they're supposed to. So we'll see. All right, good morning, everyone. It's Thursday. I woke up at 1:47:7 this morning, which unfortunately is a good thing. It's not unfortunate. It's not unfortunate that it's a good thing. To me, it's sad that 1:47 at damn near 13 weeks out is exciting. I'm like, yes, oh my gosh, like I'm under 148, freaking barely. But I do have a rest day. I think the next 2 days are rest days. Ruben sent me a new plan. He was over it. I told him, like, this isn't working. I don't think that I said this isn't working, but I said, like, I don't feel good about the way things are going. And I am putting in effort. I am doing my part. Which is why it's more frustrating, I think. Like, when you're not doing the things you're not supposed to do, and this goes back to me talking about like the self-sabotage with studying for tests. When you're not doing what you're supposed to do, it's not frustrating when your body doesn't do what it's supposed to do, because you're like, well, I did eat those brownies. Well, I did skip my cardio. Like, it's fine. But when you do everything in your power to try to get it right, you study all night for the test and then you still get a C, like, it is frustrating. But again, you don't even set yourself up for the chance to be fully successful. I don't even set myself up to come in with my best conditioning if I quit, because I'm frustrated that right now it doesn't feel like it's working. So, anyway, Ruben made some changes. He said, we're not doing macros anymore, even though, I mean, I think the macros were fine. I was sticking to my macros, but it is what it is. He's like, you're going back to a meal plan. He gave me an exact split, although I have to talk to, by the time this video airs, I am going to have to talk to him, so it's not like I'm telling you guys something I haven't told him. But, like, the split that he wrote just doesn't, like, I think I told you guys, I did, in that one video that he was like, I'm making you a schedule, and I'm like, well, you can't, like, my schedule is my schedule. Like, the days that I work are the days that I work. So, like, the schedule he made me is, like, Tuesday and Thursday, burn boot camp. Right, but what if Tuesday is leg day and Thursday is upper body day? Like, you can't just tell me which days I'm going to do burn boot camp if you want me to do burn boot camp cardio, right? Because those days change every week, which is why the schedule is changing every week. And I don't think that he understands that, or I don't know. Or maybe he wants me to do Tuesday and Thursday, do burn boot camp, but like if it's not a cardio day at burn boot camp, I do a burn on demand by myself. But it's just not realistic. Like, Thursday is an off day for me anyway, because I train all day. Like, I'm on my way to work. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I go back to work this afternoon. Like, Thursdays are my off day. So again, like I said in my last video, I knew that the schedule that he wrote for me would not work for me, because my schedule is based on my schedule. And he doesn't like know my schedule like that. So again, I'm not telling you guys anything that he's not going to hear. Like, so I'm not like talking behind my husband's back. But anyway, I think I might start my period today or tomorrow. I don't know. We're going to find out. But I'm interested to see, like, in the next week, like, once my period is over and then I've been on my diet for another week, because again, we also have to remember, and this is like why I'm trying to keep myself in check, we also have to remember I only just started really following my diet, right? Like, the first couple weeks I was like in my mind following it, but I was eyeballing a lot of stuff. Then I had Easter, and then I started actually following my diet. So it's only been a short amount of time. So I'm excited to see, like, next week if I can get, like, to 140. I mean, I was 147 this morning. Realistically, if I can get to 143, I would be satisfied. But 142, like, I think I can get to 142. And if I can get to 142 in the next 7 to 10 days, like, y'all will not hear me complain, at least until the next milestone. But, okay, there's one other thing I want to talk about that I'm really excited about. So, as y'all know, or if you know, I don't know, Whitney Jones did my choreography last year, and we're set to do it this year, although we have to figure out dates because my life got all jumbled around, so I can't do the original dates that we set. But Whitney Jones does my choreography. Whitney Jones doing my routine changed my routine completely, right? Like, I was doing self-choreography, which was fine, but it just wasn't it. You can tell the difference, and I've spoken about this. You can tell the difference between the routines with seamless transitions and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm upgrading my routine for Van, So I'm doing the same routine. I'm just making upgrades to it, making skill upgrades. And you guys have heard me say like, okay, I'm making changes. Okay, I went in today. Even yesterday, I was like, okay, I think it's done. But then Taylor, little T, second in the world, messaged me randomly and was like, hey, if you want help for your routine for Van, let me know. Like, I'm happy to look at transitions or anything that you feel like is bugging you, or like, I'm happy to look at it. And that, I was just like, let's go. Because even though I left that practice feeling like, yes, this is good, I really like this, and I told her this, I said, I am not too proud to consult the second in the world. Like, I am absolutely going to send you these pieces, because if she can see, like, she's going to see something that I don't see, especially because I look at it every day. And she just has such a big skill arsenal that she might be able to come up with something, or a transition, or an entry, or whatever, that I never even would have thought of. So I'm just super excited, because again, it's just like tightening up the routine, and those are the things that make the difference between first and second place. Like, that is the difference between a good routine and an excellent routine. Is like, I think I talked about it before, where I was saying like, I don't walk in my routine. There's like literally 2 parts that I walk to the next thing. Sorry, this person, I don't know why you're flying down the road. Like, sorry, we are in a school zone. The speed limit is 25, okay? I have my blinker on to get into the left lane because I'm trying to turn, and this person is going 40 down. Like, ma'am, first off, why are you driving so fast? Second off, you see my blinker on. Like, I have to get over into this turn lane anyway. I'm just really excited about that. So anyway, this is already 7 minutes. You know what's really wild? Okay, this is really the last sidebar. I always wonder, like, how are my videos so long? I feel like I never even record. And then, Andrea, it's because every time you record a 10-minute clip. Like, you only have room for so many of those in a 40-minute video. Anyway, that's all. Honestly, today's my rest day. I'm not going to film anything. The next clip is going to be check-ins, maybe my thoughts, and then party's over. I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay guys, check-in Friday. I just took my check-in. So the scale this morning was 147.7. That is down from last week's check-in, but it's still not my low. Like, my 2 weeks ago check-in was 147.6. I mean, it's basically the same, but technically not lower. However, now that I'm about to say this, I was going to say, however, I did compare pictures and they definitely look a lot better this week, but I actually compared them to the week before that. So I am going to compare this week's pictures to that week's pictures where my weight was lower. But I can tell you for a fact, my pictures this week are much better than my pictures my first week, which obviously, I mean, that's expected because now I've been in prep for a few weeks. But obviously I've been super frustrated with the scale not moving. So to very clearly see differences in my physique is very encouraging, to the point that, y'all, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, I've been on my diet. Like, I have been on every single thing. Like, so I'm on macro. Well, now I'm not on macros. I've been on macros, and I told you guys, like, I was kind of doing whatever, but then I started weighing. Like, I've been weighing and tracking everything. I have been on. I'm like so proud of myself, actually. So all that to say, I was like, you know what? Like, even though I kept talking about, like, you know, you're gonna have the best discipline you've ever had, and giving up doesn't make it go faster, I was just like, you know what? I've been on my diet. I can have a refeed. Not really a refeed. I was basically just I was gonna stick to my macro. I can tell you guys, I had a whole plan. I was planning to stick to my macros, but basically I was just gonna risk it all for the biscuit and put like all of my macros in one meal, because I just really wanted something. I don't know what I wanted. I don't know if I wanted Costco pizza, because we went there the other day, and Reagan had pizza that I didn't touch at all, but I've like literally been thinking about that pizza since then. I don't know what I was going to do. I maybe was going to go to Crumble, because there's a cinnamon scone cookie this week that I was like, oh my gosh, I know that's fire. Normally I just buy cookies and freeze them, but I was like, I'll just have a quarter of it and then, like, you know, freeze the rest. Like, I had a plan. I already knew that I was going to do this. But then, you know, this prep obviously is different, that I keep saying, like, no, you are going to do better this time. You are going to dig in this time. So I just wrestled with it, obviously. And then I told myself, If your check-ins look bad, you can do it. Which is it's completely realistically like that is, if they look bad, that's all the more reason not to do it. But I was like, if your check-ins look bad, whatever, you can do it. But if your check-ins look good, you are absolutely not about to sabotage your progress that you're making. And so would you look at God? God said, oh no, ma'am, we are not sabotaging anything. So we are going to have progress. And let me tell you guys, I was wrestling hard this week, but I'm just going to keep showing up. Like I'm not, first off, I have so much time. Again, it's not a lot of time, but it is a lot of time at the same time. And I'm just like, Andrea, like, you're not giving up. Like, no, this is not an option. This is not an option. You're going to see what you're made of. And like, that's it. There's no other option. So anyway, all that to say, I had a good, am I in a turning lane? Okay, no, I wanted to say, I had a good check-in. I don't know if Ruben thinks it's going to, I don't know if Ruben thinks it's good. We're going to find out. You know, I told him about my schedule. Hey, this isn't going to work for me, but I am like committed to the plan. And I needed those check-ins today. I don't look amazing. Like when you see the pictures, you're not going to be like, oh my gosh, like you look like you're 8 weeks out. Like I definitely am still behind, but now I feel like I see progress, which is what I needed, because this entire time I haven't felt like I've seen anything. So yeah, I'm very excited. That'll be the end of this video. I'm looking forward to, again, really the next 3 weeks. I think I'll see another big transformation in the next 3. And then, I mean, the next 3 weeks gets me to 10 weeks. I think so, 12, 11, 10. Yeah, next 3 weeks gets me to 10 weeks. And y'all know, like that 10, 9, 8 weeks, like that's where it really starts getting good. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching, y'all. You know what to do. Comment. I know y'all are commenting. That's how we are. Comment, share. I assume you're already subscribed, but if you're not, do it. And we'll see you next week.